Welcome back to the Midwars tournaments, lads. We have game number 8, I believe. So after this, we have one more with BRB Ice Kill on the Legion side, with Straight Out of My Bed on the Hellborn side. But of course, teams we have already seen today. And if we go over to the points, Straight Out of My Bed and BRB Ice Kill currently both having 7 points. Both of these teams have 7 wins and 1 loss. So these are definitely some top tier qualifiers going against each other. So this should be a very interesting match. Once again, joined by Gucci. And what do you expect from these teams? Let me ask you that.
Nothing but greatness. With 7 wins and 1 loss for each, I'm expecting nothing but greatness for both of these teams. We've seen a lot of these players in the past and multiple.
We've seen them lose then, right?
We have seen each team lose. Straight Out of My Bed did lose. Each of these teams did take 1 L, and plus, pretty much the top 3 teams are all at 7-1 right now. So,
true.
The top 4 is going to be set in these next 2 games, and then from there we'll be able to see who goes into the semis tomorrow, correct?
Yes. I'm going to leave the difficult matty stuff to Paradise. And I'm just going to say something like to be continued.
So
and leave it up in the middle.
Yeah, we got Pearl and Defiler picked up on the Legion side.
And Torture,
Pearl and Defiler we've seen quite often. Yeah, Torture on the Hellborn side also seen almost every game. So these are
every
quite
game was open.
Picks.
Yeah. Every game was open was definitely picked.
Maybe something to consider for the devs. Maybe might want to consider a little bit of nerfs for a few of these heroes that we're seeing consistently picked throughout the tournament, that we can get a little bit more variety of picks and things like
let's not set our goals too high.
Just food for thought. Nothing. No criticism. This game has been doing amazing so far. I can't. No criticisms to the devs.
It took them 3 years to have us properly log into servers. So
I'm very happy that the game is playable. The servers aren't going down as much anymore.
And they're making improvements here.
They're listening to balance changes in the servers, in the Discord server. They're listening to the communities. They have a suggestions tab where you can put it in. You can vote on it. And the ones that with the most votes, they're actually looking at. So I think that this is they're from what I'm seeing, they're trying to work with the community, which is a very awesome thing to see. And the fact that I can get a game much faster than I could, last year. Last year, if I wanted to play a 5-man Midwars game, I was waiting forever. Now I'm getting queues very fast. They have a good matchmaking system where they're not letting you queue with people who could be smurfing, and they make it to where it's a lot more fun, and I'm enjoying it. So props to that.
You do have a suggestions tab.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, you learn something every day.
Yeah, so I highly recommend, if you're passionate about the game and you are in the Project Concord Discord and you have suggestions to improve it, just drop it in the suggestions tab and vote on other suggestions and see what happens, because they're listening. If you're talking, they're at least looking at the ones.
If your suggestion is not shit.
Yeah, if your suggestion is getting voted up and they see, this has 30 upvotes and 0 downvotes, they're looking at it. So just go give it a shot. You never know.
Yeah. Anyway, so what do we see here? Magebane, Flux, of course, being a very popular pickup. Mm-hmm. And I would say also very strong with, of course, both Torturer and the Man Shaman. Gladiator still up. We've seen that's picked up a lot. Tarot bands, Calamity bands, Arachna bands. They're really looking to ban the late game physical damage heroes, it seems, from the Legion side here. Armadon ban. I could see Armadon being a strong hero in Midwars.
Yeah, Armadon is super strong.
I don't know.
Armadon. He's spiky. Annoying. Yeah, he's like one of those people who can create enough space. He might die, but he's taking your tower with him. he just can create so much space. He can go behind the tower. The whole team is going to be trying to kill him, and his whole team just pushes the tower with the creeps. It's super cheap and like happens almost every game. I don't like him, so I'm glad that he's banned personally.
But we haven't really seen him at all today, right?
No one's really picked him, but I'm still glad he got banned.
Yeah, I could see that. Like a lot of people have like issues playing against the Armadon. So
need a lot of physical armor and maybe a nullifier or maybe a showbreaker. Like, it's just,
well, yeah, you need to like lock him down in a way where he's facing one direction for a longer period of time.
Yeah,
and that's just difficult.
Yeah, and it's hard to get on the other side of him without exposing yourself in Midwars.
True. Anyway, Shadowblade pickup. I was not very like convinced by the Shadowblade pickup last game. I felt like I just did too little, like too much single target focused. So, do you think that's like a weakness of the hero, or do you think like maybe
not at all?
This is this game to shine.
It just depends on how you play him and very situational. Like, I like to get steam boots on him and like mainly steal strength, but sometimes I might steal agility or intelligence. But most of the time, I'm looking at strength. You know, so it just depends.
At least early on, right?
Yeah, I mean, even at the end, like you can do things like you can buy a heart, you can kind of ult yourself or whatever, and then sell it real quick and stuff. Like, so you can just get a lot of extra strength real quick, and then get the items that you really need.
Yeah, I like the way I see it, at least like the Shadowblade, especially with the strength, is like that it buys you time to get to those, like to the late game stage. You know, like it buys you a lot of time where you're like just a lot more tanky than you would otherwise be.
I think seeing Rudy on Zerker here is going to be the main like carry that we're going to see that's going to make it. Like, I think Shadowblade is just going to be like kind of a tank figure for now, kind of creating space for Rudy to carry with Zerker. Because when Zerker goes late game, like just with not being able to lock him down, you can't like do anything.
Slap.
Yeah.
That hero can absolutely slap. Yeah.
The cooldown reduction on the stuns against him make it so like you can't really like CC him very, very easily, right? So we'd have to do a channel ability like Succubus or Panda, or like, you know, something that channels locks him down.
Yeah, or like Berserker can also be beaten with like just raw power. Like if you have like a lot of physical damage, right?
Maybe
yourself.
It's gonna be tough for a Pred to go up against the Zerk and the Shadowblade. Like, well, it's Pred and Moa, I guess. Yeah, we'll see.
I think, the strong part like of a Berserker is that like the new Basher is just really good on him. Because you know, Basher is actually like a better item now, with the upgraded Basher. And you know, you can bash other people, but Basher works only very limited on you.
I see.
At least that's how I see it.
So both teams have like stuns and physical damage, a little bit of magic damage. But
I would say like a lot of physical damage.
Defiler has a silence at least, so they have one silence on Legion that Hellborn doesn't have. But Voodoo is also really kind of deadly with that staff. So it's a very even match. I really don't have a maybe just on picks alone, I might go with Legion because of the Pearl, and that's really it. But I think based off of experience, I'm really looking forward to seeing Rudy play Berserker here.
I would say maybe like the
Berserker coming in on Drunken Master early game, Pearl with an asphyxiate on the Berserker, trying to slow him down. Shadowblade hopping in to help finish off the Drunken Master, but it won't be enough. Both teams walking away unscathed. Like
the Q from Berserker is actually really good against the Drunken Master. It's like the restrain. It means that like the Berserker cannot jump away.
You mean Drunken Master?
Yeah, sorry, where Drunken Master cannot jump away.
Yeah.
So where normally it's like really difficult to kill the Drunken Master, it's actually fairly doable with the Berserker Q.
Watch your eyes.
So I think the Berserker just has to really play a lot more careful than he might want to do, you know?
Yeah, I know. I've seen from what we've seen this tournament, Rudy's been playing very aggressive up the whole time, so I highly doubt he's going to be playing caught. But he will get caught by that Rev Ward. DM gonna hop in on the Zerker saying, hey, I'm gonna catch you before you lock me down, but it's not gonna be enough. Torture coming in with a beautiful stun on top saying, hey, if you're gonna hop on my Berserker, you know, you're gonna have some trouble, especially D-Sham keeping him alive. So good bait by Berserker and huge follow-up by D-Sham to keep him alive. Legion now trying to escape will fall. Hellborn taking 4 kills to the Legion 1 in exchange there. So, you know, I know you were saying like, hey, maybe he should play more careful, but because of the D-Sham, it ended up working out. He was wonderful bait by Rudy.
Yeah, no, sorry, I mean like the Drunken Master should be playing careful.
Oh, I see.
Because the Drunken like the Q from Berserker means that the Drunken Master cannot jump away. So where normally that's like his escape mechanism.
And that's exactly what happened that last fight. Even though Zerk was invis and got hopped on first, Zerk was able to use that stun and lock him down. So.
And yeah, I think like the Torturer just also doing so much in this like backline. It's plus like I just noticed this is the first time we've seen both Pearl and Demented Shaman on like the same team. Wait, no. Wait. Oh, that's Voodoo Jester. Oh, crap. Sorry. I thought Voodoo Jester was Pearl. They look exactly the same. Look at the avatars. That could pass as a Pearl, right?
Yeah, sure. So Zerker and Drunken Master and Pred kind of fighting for these runes back and forth here, which I love to see. So there's like not much really downtime because every 30 seconds there's a rune spawning, whether it's at Merrick's or it's at the top rune with double damage, illusion, haste, regen, whatever it might be.
Oh, Drunken Master in trouble.
We'll get saved by the Pearl. Nice heal and push to keep the entire Hellborn team back. But there you go, Hellborn with another Merrick's rune pickup will give them a pretty large gold lead here. That's 2 Merrick's going to the Hellborn side and only 1 Merrick's going to Legion. Or 3 Merrick's going to Hellborn.
Yeah, it's something that will definitely like just stack up over time, right? Passive gold income.
They're going on the rune again. Pred picking up the illusion will stop the Zerk from getting it. DM hopping in on the Torture. Torture trying to get away will just get away just fine. Moa dropping that acid down, but same with Voodoo Jester with the ulti saying, hey, we need you guys to back up, and Legion taking too much damage is forced to retreat. Legion, while retreating, is getting bullied by Zerker and just kind of getting harassed here. Now Hellborn trying to take dominance in the river, saying, hey, you guys can't step in here without us letting you walk around nowhere.
Yeah, the Berserker is like just playing full aggro, and I also I like what you said before, right? He went for armor and magic armor, and he's just tanky. Like he knows he has like the heals to back him up if he goes aggressive. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't take too much damage, so that the heals just become more efficient.
You're talking about Drunken?
No, about Berserker here. Like Berserker got both armor and magic armor.
Mm-hmm.
But the same goes for Drunken, I guess. But like on the side from Drunken, there's a lot less heal, I would say. It's only the Pearl. Well, like the Managed Shaman puts out a lot more burst healing. I guess if not accounting for the Pearl ultimates, maybe.
Yeah. Hellborn taking vision domination here is going to lock down the Drunken Master, who is trying to get the Merrick's rune. I'm not sure who picked it up here, but I'm thinking probably Hellborn.
So they used the Pearl Q actually to dispel the chain from Berserker there. So the Pearl Q is like his own Drunken Master. It's actually kind of smart for them.
Legion taking back the vision domination that Hellborn had here, saying, hey, you ordered on our side, we're going to counter that real quick. Don't do that.
What do you think about the Defiler maxing W over Q?
I don't play too much Defiler, but I when I get silenced by her, I don't like it. So if it's giving her a longer time on the silence, I don't see it as a bad thing.
Would you personally do it?
Hopping on to the Torture, trying to get a pick, not going to do enough damage. Pearl trying to keep her team alive against the Defiler ulti here, or with the Defiler ulti here. Hellborn not scared, hopping into the tower, going after the Drunken Master. Moa trying to pop the ulti on the Drunken Master, keep him alive, it won't be enough. Pred leaping in, trying to do some damage before he falls, but will turn instead of auto-attacking, and Berserker will walk away just fine. Score now 1-7 in favor of Hellborn, and that is going to be
I think the Demented Shaman healing is just doing so much, right? Like, it's basic, it's just so much heal. Like, the cooldown goes from 12 seconds to like 6 seconds, so at max level, like level 4.
Yeah.
It's just so efficient.
It looks like the teams winning today are the teams with the D-Sham on their side, which is kind of nice to see. Even up against the Pearl, like, he seems to be doing pretty good.
Yeah. Like, the Pearl is a lot more bursty healing, you know? Where, like, it's one big heal, and then with, like, a 20 seconds cooldown or whatever it is, 25. While the Band Shaman is just every 6 seconds, like, you get a huge, like, heal, like, throughout your entire team. Plus, like, if the enemy is ever, like, close to your creeps or something, they're just gonna get fucked up there. It's like 700 physical damage or something like that. That's
yeah,
not
it just
something...
goes to show, like, armor is a lot, like, very important, just like as much as heals sometimes, you know, and like having that extra armor as a support is huge, and they're leveraging a lot in this tournament.
Yeah, I'd say like the armor from the Demented Shaman is more late game thing, though.
Both Drunken and Pred hopping into the Voodoo. Voodoo with the tablet out is going to be just fine. Voodoo ulting on top. Pearl trying to save the team. With Pearl ult isn't going to be enough. The Voodoo ult is doing too much damage with their team walking into the bubble, saying we don't need this Pearl ult to stop us. We can walk right in. And the Voodoo ult's doing all the damage from the outside of the bubble. Nothing Legion can do. Hellborn did take away 1 kill there only, but still good fight by both teams. And Defiler ult still going on here. Berserker trying to push in against the ults. Defiler ult stopped, so they have a long cooldown to go. Hellborn trying to take advantage of that and push in. Drunken Master saying, no, if you're going to try and push in, I'm going to start hopping on you guys. Hopped on the Torture, but Torture taking no damage. Will push into the Legion side with the rest of his team. Drunken Master trying to tank. Won't be enough as he falls at his own tower to... Oh, he's not going to fall. He's going to walk away with 40 HP, which is great to see. Nice play by Drunken Master to barely get away there.
I think what's also surprising is like just how efficient of a combo Demented Shaman ultimate plus Voodoo ultimate is. Because the Voodoo ultimate is of course like physical damage. So if you can like get that off with the file or with the Demented Shaman ultimate that's already being ticked down. Like as you saw basically like there. They're just going to die. They're just going to melt. Like, I wish Voodoo Jester had, like, a better way of actually getting items. Or, like, getting farm. Because, like, Voodoo Jester with a staff is, like, joy to play. Voodoo Jester without a staff is a pain to play. At least that's the FOC Voodoo experience, you know?
Yeah, and most Voodoos will rush a staff, especially if you're kind of new. But this Voodoo's, like, going tablet for a reason, you know? It's like, hey, like, Drunken's hopping in, Pred is hopping in. I'm going to need to position my team where they need to be and just make sure that they can escape if they're low.
Or even yourself.
And, yeah. And just, you know, even though staff is awesome, it's good to see, like, you might be able to say, hop in and help his Torture here, I guess. So GM hopping in on the Shadow Blade, Shadow taking no damage here. This armor is just too much. Hellborn is taking no damage from this physical team. Like, there's not enough magic team, and there's not enough physical damage to take out all this armor. Voodoo with the wonderful ult at the Legion base is just melting the entire team. Shadow who was tanking for the team, will do his job, and D-Sham will save him and keep him alive. So no Shadow will not fall. Defiler ulting, trying to keep Hellborn back. Might be able to keep him from taking tower, but probably won't get a kill here. The score now 2-13, really in favor of Straight Out of My Bed. Wonderful coordination and huge saves by D-Sham, awesome ults by VJ, great manning up by Shadowblade and by Zerker, and awesome stuns by Torture. So well played all around to Straight Out of My Bed.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking at the damage charts right now, right? And unless my math is very off,
Watch your eyes.
Legion side actually did more damage than the Hellborn side this game.
Torture doing massive amounts of damage.
Yeah, but like, you know, the Divider plus the Massive Arms is like 40%, and then the rest is like 12%. So even though they're behind 2-13, they've done like 52% of all damage in the game.
Yeah.
That shows you like how efficient the heal is from the Shaman.
Yeah. You can do all this damage, but it doesn't matter with all this armor and heal.
Yeah, that's not about the armor. It's actually like, because, you know, this is actually damage being dealt. Not like damage being attempted, you know? It's just like, in general, the amount of healing that the Shaman is putting out here is insane. And like, if they can prolong the team fight to the moment where like the Shaman ultimate is actually ticked up, and suddenly like turning becomes so easy.
Might have to see a D-Sham ban. We'll see.
Honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if people start like first picking or banning it. Oh, that's huge though.
Big initiation by Hellborn. Nice ulti again by Voodoo Jester. Doing a lot of damage to the Legion team at their own tower. This is a good opportunity for Legion to kind of follow up on cleanup here. Rudy on Zerker diving tower, going behind tower. Pearl trying to keep his team alive. Rudy walking into the Pro ult, not caring, and just trying to auto attack people inside the Pro ult. Voodoo with a beautiful acid cocktail stun there. Torture following up. And Hellborn not only taking tower, but just getting kill after kill after kill, leaving Legion with only 2 kills here. Predator not able to get any kills or scale here, just kind of stuck with no items. GG's. Well played, Straight Out of My Bed. Fantastic wipe.
That was very dominant display from Straight Out of My Bed. Making sure, like, I guess, like, the Legion side had also just a very high physical damage based team with very low magic damage. And I guess like the Mana Shaman just like kind of counters that, right?
Yeah.
Even Shadowblade with like high agility.
One note
counters that. Sorry, go.
One note I would just give to BRBI scale is just like, you know, try and have a good mix of physical and magic damage, because if you had a little bit more magic damage there, I think that you would have given your carries enough time and probably more kills so that they could have stayed in that game and done their job. So just try and have a little bit of damage between the physical and magic, and I think that you'll do a lot better. Chin up. Good luck.